Hey everybody, Mark, DoctorDeadwax here. I'm back for part 2 of this recent Bono finds. I didn't want to make the video like forever. So just getting right back into it. Edgar Winter White Trash. It's a little beat up copy, but this is an early one on Epic, on the yellow label Epic. This is the first Edgar Winter album I have listened to. I have about 15 of them in Edgar and Johnny, from a collection I bought that I've never actually listened to. But I grabbed this one because it just looked interesting, and it's pretty good. The record's just a little rough. It's got a few bad moments, but it was $1, so how could I not go wrong? And it was great exposure. This is quite interesting music. It's like blues, rock. It's a little gospel-y at times. It's quite interesting. I rather enjoyed it. It's certainly going to make me listen to a lot more music by him. Really weird, interesting. I have no idea what it is. Deadwax inscription on here. On side 1, right above the actual matrix code, well, between the matrix code and the label, is written the word Phil Senger, F-I-L-S-E-N-G-E-R. I cannot find any information on this Phil Senger. I have no idea what this means. I have no idea why it's in the Deadwax. So that one's got me totally stumped. If you have this record, can you go look at the Deadwax on side 1 and see if yours has Phil Senger? Let me know. I'd recommend it. Next one, I always buy punk and stuff if it's reasonably priced. It's not that I actually like it, but it's like the metal stuff. People around here have got me buying stuff I would never listen to, but I actually listen to it just because I am open-minded, even though I don't like a lot of things. And this one's called Gas Huffer, Janitors of Tomorrow. This is a German pressing from 1991 on the Musical Tragedies label. The record's pressed in Germany. The label is also on Empty Records out of Seattle, Washington. But so it's a little bit all over the map, this thing. And it's kind of interesting. It's got nice label, and yeah, it's what I thought it was. I'm sure somebody else would love this. So if this is something you want to trade for, and you got something you think I'd be interested in, send me a PM, and we'll work something out. It's pretty rare. It's not common. The next is a couple of Frank Sinatra's. I buy any Frank Sinatra that's mono. This is a rainbow color band capital mono first pressing of Point of No Return by Sinatra. Like I said, I buy anything first pressing mono that's clean Sinatra. Sometimes they work for me. And here's another one, Moonlight Sinatra, again first pressing mono. These aren't like 1A stampers. These are like 2G and 7F, but they are first run. This one's on the tricolor reprise, whatever. It says mono in the on the label there. Again, another nice pressing. This is like the Ray Charles I showed a little while ago. Every song on here is about the moon. This is Moonlight Sinatra, and you can't go wrong. I mean, it's arranged and conducted by Nelson Riddle. I bought a third one that was another reprise one, a reprise, whatever. But apparently DoctorDeadwax needs a nurse label, because I spent all the time looking at the Deadwax that twice in this day I bought 2 records with the wrong record in them. So it is a Frank Sinatra record, but it's a completely different Frank Sinatra record than it's supposed to be. So I mean, I think Grecian Thunder might want the job as a nurse label, but I'm not sure I can get him a work permit. So we're going to see. I'm going to see if he's interested, see if I can work that out. If not, we're going to list that job. Next is Jane's Addiction, Nothing Shocking. I bought one of these a while ago at a show we have here, but it was like just a repress. I was able to pick up a first pressing. This has got like a scuff across it that you can't hear once, so this is a first pressing. Fantastic. Again, $1. Not really music I enjoy. You know, it's not. I never was a huge fan, but I like Jane Says, so that's why I buy it. And to get a first pressing of that's worth a bit of coin too. So next is J.J. Johnson and Kai Winding, Betwixt and Between on CTI. This one's got a nice little tear in it, but I just love jazz trombone. I think it's great. I think jazz trombone gets like just a fraction of the recognition that it should. J.J. Johnson has done some great things. Kai Winding's a great trombonist. I've never really heard anything from him that I really like, and this is no exception. But J.J. Johnson is great, especially he's got a blue trombone, I think it's called, on Columbia. Wow. He's got another one on Columbia that's just wow. So if you like jazz trombone, J.J. Johnson, Columbia. This is like some sort of concept. I don't know what the hell this is. So it's betwixt and between. So you have a song that's kind of interesting in between little snippets of like classical music or another little snippet of something weird, and then back to another song, and some of the things like Little Drummer Boy and I don't know. Wow. I just want to love this record and I can't. Maybe Eddie, you can help me out here. Do you know what's going on with these? One interesting thing on here is Wichita Lineman. Is this just a little too pop? It's not jazz. It's pop music. And apparently on the CTI records, if the background is white, that means it was released as a jazz record, and if the background was gray, it was released as a pop record. So, I mean, I didn't know that before I looked it up, but that kind of explains it. So, next is another CTI. This is First Light, Freddie Hubbard. This is a great record. It's got weak moments. Not every song's awesome, but First Light is fantastic, and definitely worth buying the record for alone. It's also got a cover of Uncle Albert, Albert Halsey. And this has got a fantastic lineup. Freddie Hubbard, Jack DeJohnette, Ron Carter. I mean, Ron Carter is just, there was a period where Ron Carter was on everything. Ray Brown was on every good jazz record for years, and then Ron Carter took over that role and was on like all the great jazz records for like the next 20 years. George Benson's on this, Airtoe's on this, Hubert Laws, who we've discussed in another video, is on this. So I recommend that you check this out. It has really strong moments. It's got Hubbard, kind of funky, fusion-y Hubbard. So this has some strong moments. And, pick up. And finally, this is Mountain Nantucket Sleighride. Now, where I live, a Nantucket Sleighride is something that costs you an extra $50, and you have to supply your own 8-ball. But apparently, the real meaning of a Nantucket Sleighride is when the whale hunters would harpoon a whale, and the harpoon caught, the whale would drag the boat around until it was tired. So that's what a Nantucket Sleighride is actually. I had to look that up. This is on Windfall Records. This has got a fantastic cover. And just some great artwork. Apparently there's like a booklet too that this didn't come with, that has like more of these great little drawings. This is not a first pressing. This is a second pressing. I might have this wrong, but my understanding is this is a second pressing. Let me see if I can show this. So this says Windfall, is that 6,500? 5,500. This says Windfall 5,500. If this was a first pressing, I think it just says 5,500. It doesn't have the Windfall. This has sterling in the deadwax on one side. It has LH/RL, which would be Lee Huckle and Robert Ludwig, and on the other side it has sterling RL. I don't know why Lee Huckle and Robert Ludwig are on it together. I mean, this is pretty early. This is maybe Lee Huckle was in training, or maybe Ralph Ludwig had to go to the bathroom. I don't know. This is a really good record. I really enjoyed this. This is something I would not typically buy. Again, blues rock kind of stuff that I never listened to, never was exposed to, but I bought it and I really enjoyed it. Again, great cover. So that's everything I got. So everything I showed in this video and the one just before it was $1. $1 each, every one of them. So I think those are just some great finds. Some of them are a little beat up. Some of them I need to find better copies of. But for the exposure to all kinds of interesting music, they're just fantastic. And the really stellar ones, the real winners in the group, the Ray Charles, the Synergy, all of those, the Tom Scott, all of the really good ones, the George Clinton, Billy Cobham, those are all in just fantastic condition. They're all keepers. So the only thing I really need to upgrade from this group would be that Crosswinds by Cobham. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Keep the record spinning.